Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to check out, you fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys.
Slot has to fix it. Must-win games coming up. This is a very important run for Liverpool Football Club. Welcome to the LFC Avengers podcast, guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Hi, Callum and Tom. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm great, lad. Great. You know, Tom just woke up before the stream, guys. I think he came here before even before brushing his tooth, but
oh my god!
Yeah. I said tooth because you got one. Hi, Tom. How are we, lads? Sound?
I'm alright, mate.
Rocking the McDonald's kit, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, so basically, let me tell you what happens.
How are you? You haven't told us how are you?
I'm great. Let me just tell you what happened yesterday. You get me? We were supposed to stream Italy, Norway. Unfortunately, there was a situation at my house with the water. So I ordered my food really late and I slept basically. So there is no reason for me not doing Italy, Norway other than an overdone nap. I hate the winter. If anyone knows a hot country I can travel to for the next 4 months, as this country snows and rains, I am happy to do it. I need to go to a country that has the sun and beaches and hot weather. I am built for the heat. I'm not built for this cold shit. I hate it. You get me? So there was a situation with water and we're here. Big up my man Ed, who's like, instead of let's be great today, can we just not be FTV 2.0? Hey, listen, big up to AFTV.
Can I say something?
Go on.
When people say that, what does that statement actually mean? What does it mean to be?
I can actually give you an honest answer.
Yeah.
It means rants. It means like people ranting at the football club. It means people ranting at the manager. It means people ranting at the players. We're talking prime AFTV era. We're talking about like Troops, DT, Kelechi, Claude, Ty, all these guys. And you know, the consistent infighting. I know what Ed means. He's talking about the probably Wenger last 2 years, the FTV, when Arsenal were the banter club and were a joke. You get me? So yeah.
But we're not at that point now. I mean, I haven't seen.
Tom doesn't know.
On. No, I don't fucking watch stuff outside.
Tom doesn't know. Bless you, Tom. Bless you. You just don't watch YouTube.
Someone's gonna have to tell me, or I'm trying to live in blissful ignorance if we're not at that point.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I tried my best being peacemaker between people. I spoke to people on the side, whatever it is. People want to call out people, it's on you. Khalas, I'm not part of this call out culture now, this Liverpool YouTube thing. I told the people fucking a month ago that there's going to be a whole civil war. Get ready for it. The people in the chat will tell you. And it's happening. I'm not going to be part of any of this whole this like me calling out people and stuff. I said since the Grizz beef, I'm done with beefing people. Even the Lee stuff, like I went on his channel. I'm trying to do all this call out stuff, man. I'm trying to do my business.
Are you really good now, yeah?
Anyway, guys, moving on to speak about.
I wasn't even trying to take the mic. I genuinely, I've not been able to, because I've been caught up with UFC and boxing over the last few days. I haven't watched any football related.
No, but point is, look, I just went on his stream and I spoke about it. But for me, I'm just not going to be involved in this whole like.
No, I hear it. I'll be real with you. I'm not doing the whole beefing on YouTube. I ain't got time.
I ain't either. So yeah. Anyway, Yeah, I'm doing watch-alongs for Sweden tomorrow as well, inshallah. I'm doing Germany watch-along too
Why
today,
are
inshallah.
you still doing Sweden watch-alongs for fuck's sake? It's literally
Because
just
I can.
you're watching Yasin Ayari play 80 minutes of football, so Isak can come on for 20 minutes, barely get a kick of the ball because Sweden aren't very good. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I'm
Why
just
are you
supporting. I'm just supporting Alex in spirit. Big up to Nasser who says Slot must go. United was my breaking point to Sam. Listen, big up to all of you. We're gonna speak about it now, Nasser. 300 people already locked in the building, even during international break. So I appreciate it. Big up to every single person locked in. Do make sure, guys, check out our sponsors. OK Jersey. Use code Husam for 8% off. James is on his way, and Matt is on his way. You get me. Buemo, of course, has to be a little bit late. So I want to talk about Liverpool's run in this next month first, and then we'll take it from there. So, Grandpa, hope you're good. Talk to me about that.
You're so flipping cheeky. Liverpool's run on paper looks very favourable. Looks very favourable, especially the next 4 games, I'd say. I'll say next 3 games on paper look very favourable. The Sunderland game, I think it's going to be a very tricky one, even though it's at Anfield. But at the same time, I think those games are going to be just as hard as the games we've had because of the style of play of the teams we're coming up against, especially Nottingham Forest under Sean Dyche. We know how he likes to play against Liverpool. Now, we have, granted, actually had really good success against Sean Dyche teams historically, but that was with Klopp. So I don't know. I look, I can't sit here and lie to you guys. I'm still worried about Liverpool. I know we haven't watched Liverpool play for a couple of weeks, which is probably needed for everyone who's a Liverpool fan at the moment, but I still am worried, and I can't sit here and say I'm confident going into any of these games.
Damn, what a miserable start to the stream. Tom, do you feel the same way?
I mean,
You know, Callum, what happened to you? I'm gonna ask this publicly. What happened to the Callum Sanders? What happened to the jolly Callum Sanderson who's always happy and life's good? You know, a couple losses here and there, and you've just lost your marbles. Oh, I do feel confident. So you don't feel confident playing Forest at home? Fucking hell, are we that bad?
No, I genuinely don't know.
Brother, it's Nottingham Forest at home.
I know.
And you ain't confident?
Not. But how did Nottingham Forest play under? How are Nottingham Forest going to play against Liverpool under
Low
Sean
block.
Dyche?
Low
And
block.
what have we struggled with?
long
Pressing.
ball.
And you don't think Sean Dyche is going to do all these things, these dark arts, and play a physical game? Which
Our issue hasn't been dark
effectively
art. Our
gonna
issues have been
play.
self-inflicted, if anything. It has been a lot of self-inflicted stuff. Let's be serious here.
Yes, it has, but it's also been self-inflicted in the sense that we've not counteracted what our teams like targeting our weaknesses.
I'll be honest with you. I think this whole low block thing is overrated because I think because of the Burnley game, people keep saying it like we can't unlock a low block. We have unlocked low blocks even this season, in my opinion. Like Atletico, we unlocked that really early. You know,
I actually don't think
Everton.
Atletico played a very low block.
Everton. Are you gonna say Everton didn't play a low block?
Everton didn't play a low block.
They didn't.
Man said Husam becoming Tom. Sorry for being positive, guys. We suck. We're gonna lose the next 10 games. That
I never said we were going to lose. I never said we we're going to lose.
No, you just said we're not going to win.
Yeah, you said we're not gonna win.
I actually haven't even given a prediction. I just said I'm not confident. You guys are you're actually spinning my words. Like I just said I'm not confident.
Two right.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean I don't predict to win. I might predict to win. I'm not sure yet. I need to see how the rest of the international break goes, and God willing, there's no injuries or anything. But I haven't predicted anything. I'm just saying I'm not confident going into the game.
Oh.
What are you going to see in the international?
Sorry, let me ask you guys.
Change your mind.
Hold on, Tom. Are you confident going into this game?
What, against Nottingham Forest?
Yes, against yes, our opposition.
Yes.
And why are you confident?
Because at Anfield, it's a chance to turn everything around. It's the type of team that you should be beating at home. It's the type of team that I think the whole long ball stuff is the one that's overblown. I'll be honest. I think that ultimately our struggles against these long ball teams are much more a case of we have struggled in those games, or certain individuals in those games have struggled to win their individual battles, which have been exploited by opposition. Because when one key battle is not getting won and the opposition can just constantly go to it and use that as an outlet, you're in trouble. I don't think that happens at Anfield, so I'm pretty confident that we can pen them in. I'm pretty confident that we can have extended periods of pressure because we're against the likes of Palace and against the likes of Brentford. I felt that the long balls were mainly getting through because the ball would go to our right back or right centre back and they wouldn't win their duel. And instead of Thiago or the Mateta to win it, and then they'd flick it on and then we'd be in trouble. I don't think that's going to happen in this one, especially at Anfield. So I'd like to think that we pen them in more, and if we're penning them in more, then we're gonna win the football.
This is
match.
a bad version of
It's
Forest
very
too. This
simple.
ain't like some strong Nottingham Forest either. Like Man United scored twice against them in their own backyard.
No, I hear that. Man United beat us.
Yeah, but Man United came off beating Sunderland 2-0.
Yeah, and Brentford beat us.
And Man United is a rivalry game.
Galatasaray beat us. Like,
I'll be
guess-
honest with you, I have an unpopular opinion. I think Elliot Anderson's really overrated. I don't want to see Elliot Anderson at Liverpool. I think he's a very overrated player. I think he's just okay.
I rate Anderson. I
I don't see anything special in him at all. I don't see a
he's a good
special player there.
Good footballer. Man.
Nah, bro, I'm not.
He-
When I
he-
watch every
he's
time I
a-
watch
he's a
him,
very good
I'm really
midfielder.
not moved. I'm really not moved. I don't think he's better than any Liverpool midfielder. I'm gonna be real with you. I just don't. I'm actually being honest.
First,
Yeah, bro. Like,
I mean,
go on.
he's not a specialist like any of ours. So like, he's a better defender than McAllister, for example, and I'd say he's a better passer than Gravenberch, and I'd say he's probably got more of an engine than Curtis Jones, but he's got it all together as one. Whereas our midfielders, it's all like specialised what each of them do.
yeah.
I think I don't disagree with you, but it's not on the basis of I don't think Elliot Anderson's good. I think Elliot Anderson is very good, but it's more so the case of we need a specialist at something else rather than an all-rounder like Elliot Anderson. I think that we need a Wharton more than we need an Anderson because we need a specialist six who is great at playing the passes from deep and being at that deep line playmaker, because we really struggle at the minute when teams can exploit Gravenberch's lack of playmaking from deep. When teams can exploit that, we struggle with that. That's why I think Wharton is more needed for us. But Elliot Anderson's a very good midfielder, and Elliot Anderson will go to a top team and he'll showcase how good he is because he's just very all round. He's a very good all round player.
I agree with that. I rate Elliot Anderson. I don't sit there and act like he's the next big thing or he's some special midfielder, but I do think he's a good. I put it this way: if we signed Elliot Anderson, I wouldn't be upset about it. He wouldn't be one of my first choices, but I wouldn't be upset about it. But I agree fully with Tom. I'll go as far as saying I think we need two defensive-minded midfielders at Liverpool because I think Endo needs to be moved on as well.
Elliot Anderson is not the profile I would look for us to sign because I don't think it helps us in any way, shape, or form. I think the profile we're missing right now is an Adam Morton more than anything else. That's the profile that Liverpool are missing. Or just change the way we play. I don't think, like, I'll be honest with you, every time I watch Elliot Anderson, I just think solid. I don't think anything special. I don't think wow. I don't think what a phenomenal player. Like, I just see, basically, to be honest with you, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I just see another version of like a Henderson or a Milner. I really don't see anything special at all.
I mean,
I'm actually being honest.
Even then, though, there's a reason why Henderson and Milner stayed for so long and made so many appearances for one of the better teams. English football has seen for the last however many years. Those kind of midfielders are very useful and clearly have a place.
Depend on the system, Tom. I'll be real with you. In this system that slot plays, I don't know where Milner would fit in the midfield. I rate Milner high. By the way, before anyone goes crazy, I rate Milner highly. I don't know where he fits because I don't think Milner is a pivot player. I think Milner's best suited to a three-man midfield. Dare I say it?
I think the thing is, you guys are speaking about like an all-rounder and Milner/Henderson. I think there's two profiles that Liverpool could do with right now. Either someone who dictates tempo from deep, like an Adam Morton, or someone who is a destroyer. I think someone who's in the middle doesn't help our case either way.
I think we need both profiles. Like
that's my thing. Anderson ain't like he ain't a destroyer like that, and he ain't a dictator.
But that's why I'm saying he wouldn't be one of my first choices to go and buy. But for me personally, I think we need a destroyer, and we also need a really good passing midfielder with like a range of passing, like someone like a Stiller, for example. The reason why I wouldn't necessarily go for Stiller is because I think if you're going to play Stiller, you have to have a Caicedo type midfielder next to him to get the best out of him, to protect him in the same way Kante used to protect Jorginho. But that's why I think Wharton kind of feels that hole in the team.
I could see there being a place for Anderson. So I was just thinking about it then.
Only if Curtis
if
Jones
we're playing a three-man midfield, though. No, but if we're playing a three-man midfield, what you would do is you'd have Szoboszlai and Anderson as your two in front. Because what they've got is they've both got legs. They both go ground very well. They're both really good in duels. And you can then, in theory, have maybe he's not as defensively strong, but you can have your really elite deep line playmaker of your Stiller or your Wharton, who sit in behind, knowing that they've got the legs and the defensive coverage provided by those 2-8s out in front of them.
All right, so sorry to cut you, Tom. We just need to start playing Verts in the 10. That's what we bought him for. So the whole three-man midfield thing, I'm not really looking to run Verts from the left midfield. I'm just not. Verts is a 10. I want to play him in the 10. Build the rest of the team around it. Like, I'm just being real with you. I don't want to see... Is Tom frozen or is he actually holding that pose?
No, he's frozen.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We just to add to the fucking fun of today, my internet decided want to be a pain
I
in
didn't
the
know if
ass.
you were doing that on purpose or like... But yeah, no. I don't know, man. Let's get Verts in the 10 because that's the reason we bought him, to play in the 10. We bought one of the best 10s in the world and we're playing him on the wing. So let's play him in the 10 and let's play two players behind him that protect him, get the ball to him quick enough so that he can actually inflict damage on the other team rather than put him out on the left or on the right. Like, just get him being the focal point of our team and allow him to do what he's best at. Simple.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have defended Florian all season. But in this next month, I'm going to start watching him closely. Because at some point in time, you're going to have to deliver. All this bullshit excuses are going to have to be put in the bag now.
What do you think?
You're acclimatized and everything. You're going to have to start cooking. But to be honest with you, my opinion still is that I think the manager is not putting us in a position to succeed right now. I'll say this until the cows come home, but my dream is just to see the Atletico Madrid lineup one time. It's a dream. Like, I think I'll be so excited to just see that team one fucking time. That's it.
I'll be honest though. You can sit there and say you want to see that.
I'm sorry, that Verts Isak link up was great in that Atletico game. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was. It just was. Like, I'm so real with you guys. Like, that game, they linked up play so well. Tom, you're lagged out again. If you want, just leave and rejoin. The link up that they had in that game,
they're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, and they're on good wavelengths. Like, I just want to see them with each other, bro. Like, I just want to see the Atletico game line up again. That's all. Just leave and rejoin, Tom. I think you're lagging out. Yeah, restart your shit. That's the thing for me. Like, I saw them in that Atletico game, and I'm like, man, like, I just wish we ran it back. By the way, even with Frimpong as well, I want to see Frimpong starting as well at right back, to be honest with you. But I don't know if Baldy will ever do it. So, yeah. I've been defending Baldy a lot recently. Arnie, man. I needed to step it up, Habibi. It's becoming difficult. It's becoming difficult, brother. We need to get some wins on the table. We need to get
Look,
some wins on the table.
ultimately, we all want Liverpool to succeed. How we want Liverpool, how we think Liverpool would succeed, is where we differ, right? So, again, I know how this works on content now. I've been doing this a long time. If Liverpool start winning games and we get back to what we were, I know I'm going to come in for slander. But I'd rather come in for slander because Slot gets it right than not get slander because Slot gets it wrong. I want Liverpool winning again. Ultimately, if it's with Slot or with someone else, I don't really care. As long as Liverpool are winning again and winning trophies, it's all I care about. If it means that I get ridiculed from now until the end of my life because I said Slot out and Slot turns it around and becomes the greatest Liverpool manager of all time, then even better. Even better. I would love to be ridiculed if that were to happen. I just worry about Liverpool at the moment. And especially with like the Semenyo links, I get the Semenyo links and we do need a winger. But we need a centre back and a DM more than we need a winger. And we need a winger a lot. It's just in terms of like, in terms of priority, for me, it's centre back, DM, and winger. But I ain't seen us linked with no winger. So I ain't seen us linked with no DM or centre back in January. I think Gahey, we try and push for the summer. I'd love.
There are some Baleba links from Indy Kyla, but I don't know how. If you want to take that seriously,
Baleba in January. And even still,
I think they're a selling club. They're listen. Brighton are willing to sell at any point in time. I'll be honest with you.
Again, I rate Baleba. Is Baleba what we need right now?
He could help. Listen, this. What does Husam want? Husam want Adam Morton. Very simple.
No, I'm not asking what you want, but I'm asking because we have to say how a player is going to potentially affect this team given how Slot wants to play and how he is playing. That's
why I wanted someone who dictates tempo. That's what I want.
So you don't think Baleba would help us right now then?
No, I think here's the thing. Like I said, there are two different approaches to this Liverpool team. You either go down the destroyer route or you go down the dictator route. I think that's why when it comes to the Anderson conversation, I stick by what I said. I don't think Anderson takes us forward because he's just in the middle, which is what we don't need. I think we need someone more that is like a play out from the back, passing left and right, and Adam Morton, or we need someone we just go down the other route and go dictator. I legitimately believe someone in the middle just doesn't help Liverpool Football Club in any way, shape, or form right now. I just don't. The issue is you look around in world football, to be honest with you, like in all of world football right now, from whichever league you want to go, there is a lack of destroyers in world football right now. Like you look at who's a destroyer in the big six sides. Liverpool don't have a destroyer. City don't really have a destroyer. United have a destroyer in Casemiro, fairs. But Casemiro even himself is like 38 years old.
When you say destroyer, though, you talk about someone who's just purely a destroyer, like a Mascherano.
Like a Fabinho. That's a destroyer.
See, I wouldn't call Fabinho a destroyer, Husam. I would say, no, hear me out. I think Fabinho is a hybrid. He can destroy, but he also is... Fabinho's speciality, in my opinion, was being able to cut off passing lanes and interceptions. He wasn't someone... He obviously did it. He tackled and stuff like that. But his thing was mainly protecting the back four with his interceptions and marshalling space. So I don't think he's a destroyer, but he can destroy things.
Yeah, but being a destroyer doesn't necessitate you have to be like a bad passer or something. You can be a destroyer and still be able to...
No, I hear that, but...
By the way, that's why me and you both, even without knowing each other, we both refer to Fabinho as the best DM in the world at the time for good reason, because he's good passer, good tackler.
But that's because I think he's a hybrid, though. It's all right. Busquets, for example.
Busquets is not a destroyer. He's not. Don't even try.
No, I'm not saying he was, but that's my point. Busquets would be someone who would get in front of the defense and plug up any situation that was going on, and then he would destroy a press with his passing and his body feints and all that. I like Fabinho. How many times did Fabinho dink that pass to the back post for Salah and break lines with passing? How many times did we see Fabinho? How many times, honestly, did we actually see Fabinho running people down and tackling them?
I understand where you're coming from, guys. Just quickly, we have. I'll respond to it in a second. We have 530 people in here. Big up to all of you, even during international break. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, please. Let's get the likes up. It's very important because it helps the channel grow, and we need you guys' help with the algorithms. guys, as the channel grows, I can do stuff like this more often. There is a big surprise coming for you guys that none of you guys even knew about. Callum and Tom don't know about, but I said he was gonna join us today, and as the channel keeps growing, there is bigger and bigger guests that keep joining us. And this guy is a former footballer. I couldn't even hold my laugh.
When you said former football, I knew you on some nonsense. I knew you were going to be on some nonsense.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, man. Premier League Player of the Month, man. Like Matt is in the building. I think.
You're taking the piss, bro. I swear. You know what's so mad? Yeah, listen. First of all, people, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. For me, and I know Husam says this about our channel, but if we're talking about independent Liverpool content creators that work by themselves, Husam, for me, is one of the best out there. I just want to put it out there, and so is James Redmond. Like Husam goes in that category, so make sure you subscribe. Do you know what I'm saying? He's on his way to greatness, and he's already great already. Yeah,
just before you respond, joining us as well, Tom 100. Little Pro Max is in the building. How you doing?
Man said a Pro Max, you know.
Pro Max, Pro Max. This guy is what everything Tom Little wants to be. Hi, James. How you doing, mate?
Hi. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Pro Max hasn't got Wi-Fi today, so he's using 4G.
Let's go. Sacrifice.
Big up Hammers.
Let's go.
Yeah, hey, now you actually do have a player of the month who's in the stream, Federico Chiesa over here. Who says that you're not?
See? There you go. There you go.
Especially with your hair like that, bro. Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's the hair as well, bro. 100%. Chiesa, you know.
Matt, the trim has definitely contributed to the Federico.
Hey, bro, why is this guy? Listen, do you know what it is about this Mbemo thing? Yeah. Do you know what gets me so mad? Yeah? It's Man United, yeah, and not only that, yeah. See, this is a disrespect, you know. Hey, listen. Husam, you gotta stop this. Bro. Do you know what makes it worse? He's Man United, not even like a Liverpool player. How I know a Liverpool player over the years that was.
Matt, it's probably their best player, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, he's their best player.
I know. But I want to be associated with a Liverpool player at least. But I'm trying to think.
Yeah, but if someone called you Ronaldo 20 years ago, would you be upset?
No, I'm just thinking. I get it.
Anyway, so back to the topic. Let me just say this, and Matt and James as well. We get here's the thing. I hear your explanation, Callum, but I legitimately believe Fabinho was a destroyer. My thing is, you could go down two paths on this team. You either go get someone who's an unbelievable passer, or you get the destroyer. I think someone in the middle doesn't help us, and I stick by that. I think someone who's just like not a specialist, something doesn't help. Actually, to be honest with you, the thing we need the most, like, if you give me prime Fabinho on this team right now, it would be unbelievable. It would legitimately be unbelievable. His legs would probably go after 5 games trying to stop all Liverpool counterattacks, but it would be unbelievable still.
Who do you think the best suited player would be to play next to Fabinho in a pivot in this current team?
From our team?
Yeah.
Gravenberch.
Oh, for me, I'd say Maka.
Because I feel like Gravenberch, he's more athletic.
Curtis Jones.
That's a good shout. Don't hate that shout from Tom there, you know.
I'd say Sobo.
I think it's Curtis Jones.
I'm gonna say Grav. No, do you know? I think Grav or Sobo could do it,
isn't he?
Sorry, Hammers, what did you say, bro?
I was just. It's mad because we're all saying different names here. You know what I mean? So shows how the quality and the different qualities we've got in our midfield at the moment. But we just haven't got that destroyer who can play week in, week out.
I think you need someone really athletic next to Fabinho. There's a reason why I think he worked best with Henderson and Gini, and then at Monaco, wasn't he next to Bakayoko as well? I think you need someone. I think you need
Monaco. He played right back, mate.
He also moved into midfield at Monaco.
Wait, there was someone else in that Monaco midfield, not just Bakayoko. I always forget who it was.
The thing is that if you go through all the names, I think Curtis Jones is the best with at that ball retention. If you're talking about making sure the
Curtis
balls
has
looked
been really
after,
good this season.
keeping the
every time
1-2s
he's played,
together, keeping the midfield structured. I think Gravenberch is the best for covering space, but also from a defensive point of view. I think Soboslai, bit more attacking, can also cover space. I would say the least person that you would want to put there is maybe Maka, and it sounds weird, but that's only because McAllister can't cover a lot of ground. So if Fabinho was ever caught out of position, even prime Fabinho, you need someone to kind of cover a bit of space. So I would say Maka's probably at the bottom of the list, which is kind of weird, but I'd say Gravenberch, Soboslai, and Jones probably better suited. Those three, in my opinion.
I'm just thinking with it. Curtis Jones is the one that's best suited to cover wide areas. So Curtis Jones is the one that has the most experience of playing in a Klopp setup with Fabinho.
Him and Sobo, I'd say. I'd say him and Sobo. I won't put Grav there. Him and Sobo.
But Soboslai never played with Fabinho. So my line of thinking is Curtis Jones knows how to. When we played with Fabinho, we had our midfield set up in a way that not many other teams did because of how we had the fullback set up. So if you're trying to use Fabinho, you need someone who is smart enough to know what position he needs to be to cover the fullback at the same time as covering space. Curtis Jones to me does that to a high level.
Respectfully, what you're saying, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But we done it this year. But we done it this year, Matt, because when we played Frankfurt, what positions was Curtis? We haven't done anything consistently this year. We've been
that's what I'm saying. Everything's a bit disjointed.
So I can't sit there and go, have we done it consistently this year? Because we've done nothing consistently this year, but be shit. But I'm looking at that Frankfurt game. Well, when I looked at that Frankfurt game, I looked at the way Curtis Jones was playing in that Frankfurt game. A lot of that Frankfurt game, he was sitting in that left-hand channel, dropping into either be that centre-back when we needed another guy in build-up, or sitting just slightly further forward when we had, a lot more control on the game. And that's the way I think you need to play around Fabinho, because the way we'd play Fabinho in this setup, if you had him now, if you could pluck him and put him in, I think Arnie Stott will play him as like one of them weird hybrid ones where he can drop into centre-back to form that back three. And then when we're against weaker opposition, he can stay in the midfield and, we can have a 2-3 or a 3-2 or whatever. I don't think he'd be played in a very sort of stagnant role, should we say, where he stays in the middle. That's all he does. I think he'd be a lot more fluid under Arnie Stott in terms of whether he's playing as a centre-back or the DM.
Sorry to kind of change, I guess, the player, but let's try and bring a bit of realism. I know we would love Fabinho at Liverpool right now, but let's try and think, is there a player that you guys have in mind that could maybe try and help out Liverpool's midfield? Whether that is a destroyer, whether that's a deep line playmaker, what do you guys actually think? Because I heard a little bit of Husam and Cal, your conversation. I probably more agree with Husam in terms of what Fabinho actually was. I do think it was a destroyer. I just think what it is, though, is that as years go on, your destroyer can just do more things, just like how football evolves. Like, he's still a destroyer, but he could just do more than, I guess, what a Mascherano could do, maybe, or do you know what I'm trying to say? And even Mascherano, maybe, for example, because he literally became a centre-back because of how good he was at passing.
See, I think Mascherano is a destroyer.
Yeah, that's a different era of football, guys.
Kante. I think Kante.
We're talking about those 10 years. You had like Mascherano, Makalele, Thomas Gravison. You get me?
Hold on, Makalele wasn't a destroyer.
No,
oh my God, Makalele wasn't a destroyer. No, I quit.
Not in the traditional sense. No.
Makalele wasn't a destroyer. Are you mad?
Makalele, in my opinion, was a destroyer at Real Madrid, bro.
No,
they called it the Makalele role for good reason.
Yes,
are you mad?
I know what they called the role, but I don't think he was a destroyer.
Oh my God,
bro! That's what Makalele was built off, bro. He was a destroyer, bro.
I'm with Carlo.
Then Kante.
I think Makalele was too mobile to be a destroyer.
There's one question. How would you, because maybe it's how we define the term destroyer. How do you guys define the term a destroyer?
The main point of a destroyer is literally to screen the back four. That is your main thing. So you see, like, you're passing, breaking line. That's also no. But you see, Busquets was a deep line playmaker, bro. He was not a destroyer.
So was Xabi Alonso.
How does AI know more than
but
you can?
Makalele is a destroyer, bro. Makalele's not a deep line playmaker.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
No, all right. Now type in
Watch this.
Xabi Alonso, and I bet you Xabi Alonso will come under. Like you're saying, Cal, I think.
No, but
What you're saying about the others is
you
right.
See these things. You see why me and Matt agree even on the Fabinho thing, intercepting, tackling, and breaking up attacks. You do this, you're a destroyer, in my opinion. This is all that's. Yes, some people are better at passing than the others. Yes, some people are better. Could Fabinho dictate tempo? Okay, let me ask you a question. Who's a better dictator of tempo, Fabinho or Zubimendi? Honestly,
Zubimendi.
We all agree.
Yeah.
Okay. That does not mean that Fabinho can't dictate tempo, but he does it at a lower level than actual dictators of tempo.
No, of course, but that's like me saying Xabi Alonso wasn't as good as intercepting and tackler as Fabinho, but he could absolutely do the role as well, just not to a level that Fabinho could.
But Xabi Alonso's main aim of the game was to control the game.
If you put Xabi Alonso at DM in the club system, he gets destroyed. I'm sorry.
Wait, Cal, you might have lost me. Hold on. You see Xabi Alonso? His main attribute was to control the game. Mascherano was a destroyer who would screen other players to stop. Basically, the quarterback thing where you're trying to stop the people get to the quarterback because he was a deep line playmaker. Now, if you go to Kante is like a madman. Kante is an alien. He's a hybrid. Kante was a mixture of a destroyer player. He could do everything box to box. In fact, I wouldn't say Kante was a destroyer.
Kante was more of a destroyer.
No. Kante was a box-to-box player. He was box-to-box.
But he was more of a destroyer. That's
you could say that, yeah, but it was still. But I wouldn't put Kante and say he was a destroyer.
If I was to look at Kante at Chelsea, though, Matic was more of the destroyer than
Matic was the destroyer.
Yeah, that's true.
But when it was him and Jorginho, Kante was
a better example. Because I think when we use Makalele and Kante, for instance, I think these players are more well-rounded than what they get given credit for.
This is my point, James. That's my point.
But not Maka. I'm saying Makalele. Makalele, in my honest opinion, when I can only go off the stuff that I've seen. Makalele literally was that destroyer, bro. Literally, that's all he done.
For me, Makalele was a hybrid as well.
Yeah, so I just think a player can be more than a destroyer.
No, you're right.
That's my point.
Matic is solely a destroyer because he didn't really have that recovery pace to do the box-to-box thing. He didn't really have... But you know what, though? Even Matic, he could pass the ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, prime Matic could. All right.
Yeah.
For me...
Yeah, but I think you guys are slightly changing the definition. I think
I'm not.
You can be a well-rounded destroyer.
Yeah, Carl.
By the way, being a destroyer doesn't mean you have to be like Gattuso. Being a destroyer, you can still be a very good passer, very good creator.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Let me compare it to this. Charles Oliveira is a jiu-jitsu guy, but he'll also knock you out if given the chance, right?
Yeah. So if you would have just called Charles Oliveira, he's just a jiu-jitsu guy. Do you get what I mean?
But you're not going to UFC. You're not wrong. What you're saying is right. I'm just trying to say
it's different though in an individual.
I'm just trying to say
the premise of what James is saying.
If you had Makalele in your team, though, what are you bringing him in
definition for the role, though? So
no.
A destroyer.
Sorry, Tom. The best way for
me than you, though. So
the best way to describe a destroyer is Cal, if you're bringing in Makalele, prime Makalele, what do you want him to do in your team? What's he there for?
Honestly, to screen the back four, but also play line-breaking passes into the better, more advanced.
Okay, well, as good as Makalele was at passing, you're not really going to get line-breaking passes like that. Yes, he could do it because he's a top player, but that's not a strength. That's not his strength, bro. His strength, in my opinion,
that was a strength that Makalele.
That was one of his strengths, bro.
No. Makalele could do the short passing thing. What I'm saying is his main attribute, his main thing was to destroy, bro, break up attacks, unsettle any attack, and then obviously he can make passes. That was his main job, in my opinion, anyway.
I don't think the inherent act of breaking up an attack means you're automatically a destroyer based on what I believe it is. I think a destroyer is more of you're more stagnant in your role. So Makalele would stop an attack on the left, and the very next attack he'd be all the way on the other side of the pitch, stop an attack there. I think he was too mobile to be a destroyer in that sense. I think of a destroyer as more of a destroyer for me is more of your 6 foot two 6'3".
No,
big
see, that's where
hard
you're
man in
going
the
wrong.
middle.
You got no. See,
Mascherano-
Tom, this is where you're
for
going mad.
For me,
A
Mascherano
destroyer
was a
could be
destroyer.
any height. A destroyer doesn't
yeah.
have to be 6 foot. A
Mascherano
destroyer.
for me was a destroyer.
This is what I understand, bro. Like,
Can we take a step back from this conversation?
let's
You
go on
can
the
be a
screen the back
destroyer.
four. That's what he was.
You can be a
That's his-
destroyer and be well-rounded. You can be a destroyer and you can be 5'5" or 6'5". Why are we bringing height
Yeah.
to this conversation?
How but nothing to do with it,
Makalele,
Tom.
there was a reason why it's
Because
called the
I'm saying-
Makalele role.
Because I'm
I
saying
am
what
not
I
saying
believe a
that
destroyer
Claude
is.
Makalele was only a good tackler. I'm saying that was his best attribute. That was his position on the pitch,
Yeah,
which is
I
why
agree,
he was
yeah.
a destroyer. So I'll give you an example. When you look at PSG 5 years ago, no one will refer to Marco Verratti as a destroyer because that is not his primary best attribute. No one will refer to Thiago Alcantara as a destroyer because that's not his primary attribute. The primary attribute of Makalele, the primary attribute of Mascherano, of Gennaro Gattuso, of Fabinho as well, is tackling, intercepting, and stopping counterattacks, which by definition makes you a destroyer. Now, some destroyers are better passer than the others. Fabinho is a better passer than Gattuso. Makalele is a better passer than Mascherano. We all agree with this. That does not mean that they are different profiles. Just like Salah is a goal-scoring winger and Mbeumo is a goal-scoring winger. One is a level above in all the other categories. Salah is so much better playmaker. He's better at so many different things than Mbeumo. But they're the same profile. Salah is just elite. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Eliteness, like, it's just profiles, man. Like, Van Dijk and Stones are the same profile. But Van Dijk is just elite.
No, they're not.
No,
No, they're not. They're not at all the same profile.
bro.
No, maybe not. No. I wouldn't agree with that one. I'd say Van Dijk is a unique one because
like.
No. I know why he. No. But I know why he would say that though, because he's talking about a ball playing centre back.
No, Virgil could.
But
never
what it
play,
is,
Okay,
Virgil could never
Matip
play
and
DM.
Stones. are
no, I
very
know what he mean. I know what he means, but I agree. I disagree.
Matip
disagree.
and Stones, you're more onto it. Matip and Stones is probably slightly
Matip
more.
and Stones.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Matip
actually
and
take it
Stones,
back.
yeah.
I don't think Salah and Mbeumo are similar either.
They're not.
That's a bad example.
They're not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not.
The
They're
thing
not.
is, Husam, I get where you're coming from. I just disagree with the term destroyer. So what you're saying, I don't disagree with. By the
Okay,
way,
look, when I gave examples in different positions, I fucked it up. I just realized I'm not going to be wrong and strong with Alan. So I take a step back. Guys, remove the examples I used for winger. And
I hear it.
Like, it's
I hear
happening.
my brain
We
a little
we
bit
get where you're
froze,
coming
No,
from.
I hear
We've
it,
got
but I'm honest
examples
as well. When I make a mistake, I say it as well, bro. Trust me.
Yeah,
I hear
my
it.
I'm
bad,
not.
my bad. I fucked it
To
up.
answer your question,
on, no.
Husam, to answer
No.
your question, if I had an open checkbook and I could find someone to play the role that we need from almost a hybrid of a destroyer slash
Yeah.
dictator of tempo,
Dictator. Yeah.
I'd probably look at someone like Tonali at the moment.
Okay. All right. That's a
Tonali,
good shout. That's a good
If I had unlimited money, if I had unlimited budget, I'd be looking at João Neves from PSG. To be honest,
Jan Neves is good.
Good play.
or if he could stay injury free. I know he's not necessarily the same profile, but I just think for how I think that the DM needs to play for us, I really like what Boubacar Kamara from Villa would give you, just because he has so much experience of playing as a centre back. If you want us to do the back three, you've got that with him.
You're just an edgy bastard all the time. How's Guessan doing? Huh? How's Guessan doing at Aston Villa?
He's
Unnecessarily
starting.
edgy. Like,
He's starting.
if I had an unlimited budget, I take João Neves, and then he goes to fucking Boubacar Kamara.
Yes, because he's
2022.
yes, lad. Because I explained. Do you want me? Boubacar
I'm not
Kamara
gonna
is
lie.
like
You see, when you started leading with the injury stuff, I thought you were going to say check the core. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I genuinely
no.
No way. Have we been
The
injured
Achilles-
since 2022? I think or something.
The Achilles has robbed us of Czech Decore and his greatness. He was a fantastic.
I think
stat
he was a good
midfielder.
player. I think he was good. I don't know how far
He was such a wonderful anomaly stats
Your
wise.
opinions. That's the crazy part.
But like, so Husam, would you have had the same reaction if I said, okay, how about instead of Boubacar Kamara, go Tchouameni, which is basically someone who does the exact same thing. He's got experience of playing centre back, so he could do the thing where if he drops into centre back, he forms a back three, or he can play as the DM. And you
The
have
level
the
of
three midfield.
disrespect to Aurélien Tchouameni.
The level of disrespect to Boubacar Kamara.
You just put him and Kamara in the same sentence?
Boubacar Kamara has been better for the last 12 months than Tchouameni.
Right, can I say something?
James was like, no, let me step
Let me
in
put
there.
Callum and Tom next to
No,
each
it's
other
not.
because they're having stinkers today. Let me put us on the
Right.
top row.
Let me,
Don't do that.
You said Makalele is not a destroyer, and he said
Cal,
Kamal.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a howler, Cal. We got
Go
James
ahead,
speak. Let
James.
James speak.
Go ahead, James.
Let James will say something. Go on, James. Go on, bro.
all I wanted to say, so to correlate it to current Liverpool news, I'm really intrigued, and I want to know your perspective as well. So Edwards and Hughes really appear to like Wharton a hell of a lot, but the profiles that I'm hearing you guys say we should get over, you know, like or the type of profile we should get instead doesn't appear to be Wharton. Or do you think that Wharton is that profile and he's the one that we should go for? Because he really does sound like that's the one we're trying to get. What do you think?
There's a way to
I'll
fit
be
him
honest
in.
with you. Before you joined in, when it was me and Callum at the beginning, because Tom was lagging out, I said if I could choose any DM, it would be Wharton for Liverpool. Right?
Cal,
I
you're a
mean,
massive fan of Wharton, innit?
There's 100% a way to fit him in. I just don't. The way we're doing it now, the way our midfield set up now, I feel like we'd be hanging Wharton out to dry more so at the minute. Just with what we're asking.
That means it's
the
a manager
eights to do.
situation.
Yeah, but I'll admit that in the way we're set up there, it probably
I'm just
doesn't
letting,
work
brother.
in
I'm
that
just
way.
letting. I'm just letting. Yeah, go.
It probably doesn't work that way. But if you're set up in a more natural pivot, he's got the protection there, so it can work. I'm just thinking that with the way he's set up, where he's got the 2 8s out of possession, it's 4-1-4-1. He's got the 2 8s that will jump to press up higher against opposition like that. You're just gonna. Wharton isn't. You know, he doesn't cover ground.
Is he good at pressing?
Well.
I was going to ask because I don't watch him as like maybe you guys.
You wouldn't want
is he
him
good at
pressing anyway. It's more a case of if my 8s are jumping up to press, and then they bypass the 8s, and then they're running at my midfield up. They're running at my DM, should I say, because my 2 8s are gone. Wharton isn't the kind of guy I'm backing to cover the ground and keep up.
I got you,
and do all that.
Yeah.
You need to sort of cover him with 4 or 5
this is
options
true
around
as well.
him.
You
So
sign
really,
Adam
truly,
Wharton,
what-
you better
Oh,
pray you
see-
keep the ball, bro.
But
Like
do you know
I'm
what?
just-
It's kind of.
It's going to sound stupid. It's going to be a 4-1-80 on the conversation. If you were to sign Adam Wharton, the ideal two to have around him is Soboslai and Elliot Anderson, because they both are very good at covering the ground.
But
And
do you know what I
covering all
feel
the
like we're
areas.
doing though? Just quickly, guys. I don't know if
disagree
you
with Elliot
guys.
Anderson, I agree with Sabo.
I don't know if you guys agree with this year. Listen, I will not say no that Liverpool could do with Adam Wharton or a Baleba or Semenyo. But I do feel like there's too much of this. We got to buy how many more players just to fix up? Like we got good players at Liverpool. And yes, we could maybe do 1 or 2. But do you know what I keep hearing though? We need to buy this player to fix the solution. What I genuinely feel like needs to happen, yeah. And again, I'm giving the manager a bit of time. If the manager can somehow just kind of like revert us back to how we played last year, then we could really see who we need. I just feel like the way how we're playing now, it almost feels like no matter who we get in, nothing's really gonna change. We might be better from a personnel perspective, but like I just think we can't keep throwing the checkbook every single time. Liverpool
We've done it once, by the way. I know that we've got to. We've done it once, and we sold like 2 or 3 key star players in that.
I know. But do you know what it is though? Maybe because international break hammers, but you've seen it just as much as I, yeah. You know, because international break, we're being linked with everybody. I'm seeing we're having talks with Bournemouth, we're having talks with Palace. I'm like flipping out, bro. I know we need the players, but
from what I understand from the reports, I think
are we the new Man City at this point?
But no,
I don't know.
Again, no, like it doesn't surprise. I think we do need to go out and have another big spend, and not just because we're doing bad at the moment. I think that should have always been the plan, even if we were top of the league and won every game. I think Semenyo's a great little target for us to go for in January. I think that left-hand side has proven to need more strengthening there. So that's why Semenyo's not a bad option at all. And that one appears to be one that could be more for January. And if it doesn't work out financially for our sporting directors, then we'll push for him in the summer. And then I also think Wharton's being talked about as specifically a summer target. I don't think that's one.
I think so as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. I
agree.
They're the main 2 links I've heard, so I haven't really heard many other links.
But Stoney as well.
I was really thinking that Glasner is going to be managing another club, but it seems that Amarim has gotten it together. So that's the thing for me. Like that's the thing that makes it. Why is Matt's profile picture Callum? But anyway, that's the thing that makes a difference to me. I'll be honest with you. I predicted that Glasner would probably be Man United manager by now. which is why I thought we'd get Gahey in January. And, you know, Semenyo could be, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm like top red Husam at this point. I'm so positive as well. It's crazy how life works, but maybe because I'm fucking 30 years old now. I guess that's the reason why I'm positive, but maybe Semenyo could be like our Kvaratskhelia to PSG type transfer, and then we go on this like crazy run and start winning a lot of games of football. You get me? And listen, history will remember the ones that turned on Luis Enrique and the ones that didn't. But regardless,
so Callum, can we just bear in mind the shit we've got this
Can we just
stream?
stop doing this PSG thing? Can we stop?
no, I didn't say play the PSG way. See, that's the
I never said
difference.
you
Sam,
did.
you told me off for this a couple of weeks ago. Husam.
Yeah, I never said play the PSG way.
I never said,
you know,
I never said you said the. Why?
let's go ahead and win the
It's
treble.
like what we did with what like PSG are playing in a way easier league than we are for a start. A way
Let's
easier.
go in the treble, Callum. You know you want it.
Like they haven't been knocked out. They hadn't been knocked out of any trophies at this time. They weren't off the pace like that. They just weren't. They weren't fluid in their football. They still weren't far away from anything. Champions League, they were sketchy. I give them that. They were sketchy. But this whole, again, Semenyo, quality footballer. Does Semenyo work in the system we're currently playing right now? I don't think so.
But does anyone work in the system that we're currently
Does
playing?
anyone work
My
in the
point.
system? mate?
That's my point. So we keep on
No
talking
one
about
work in
buying
the
this-
system, Callum. No
No,
one.
but that's what I'm saying. We keep on talking about buying this player, buying that player. We kind of need to fix our house before we start trying to buy a car. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's fix the house first.
But what's
We
you
need
reckon about Edwards and Hughes trying to go for him then? Because I do think he's a genuine target, you know, Cal.
No, I do as well, but I understand why we'd go after the player. But I'm just saying, for me, Hammers, it still boils down to: are we providing these players with a system and an environment to thrive and succeed? And I don't see it at the moment.
But would you cut off the Semenyo talks until that's fixed?
Honestly, Hammers, I'm 50-50 on it, simply because I don't want us buying another player and then us looking at it and going, why the hell did we do that? Because we've misprofiled another player. Again, Semenyo is brilliant. I just don't know if he fulfills what we need from a winger right now, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. But
I mean, when you're looking at...
If he does,
There's a basic thing that Semenyo does exceptionally well, which we're
That's
in
very
desperate need of, which is his off the ball work's exceptional.
I hear that. But when we're coming up against low blocks, do you think he would help us with against a low block? Because I don't know if he does. I think he's a brilliant player. I don't know if he helps us against a low block, for example.
But isn't that the whole point of having the squad there? So that the games where I'm going to need a Semenyo against these opposition who are better at playing out from the back, I can put him in. Against a low block where he might not be as effective, he can sit on the bench and be a bit of a difference maker off the bench if needs be. But I've got the options within the squad.
Can do both things.
I think,
but then you're asking him to buy this player that isn't on the market. Kvaratskhelia was that player. Outside of Kvaratskhelia was the best left winger available on the market for the past 2 years.
I know,
and we didn't get him, and it is what it is.
Listen, we can't keep going back to players we didn't get, man. We didn't get Bellingham, we didn't get many, we didn't get bare players.
I then can't sit there though.
We did a Husam X Tom and we were both crying. I'll be honest with you. We were both crying for a solid week after that news right there, because that was the one time me and Tom came together. We're like, why, bro? That's the one player. Like, Kvaratskhelia was available and we said no. We're the biggest dumbasses. Like, I would have done anything to have him at the football club.
But the point is, you can't. That type of player is the only player who's been on the market for the past 2 years who could do, who I would feel comfortable as both a pressure and a breaking down a low block.
And what about Rodrigo then?
And everything, Tom.
He don't want to leave. I mean, apparently that's changed now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rodrigo.
That's
we
changed.
don't know.
That's changed 2 months before everybody
it's
know.
not gonna happen.
And then you
It's
get
not
there, and then he sits there and goes,
Yeah.
"You know what? I love Real Madrid. I'm not going to go. I'm going to be
That's
last."
the
Who's
problem.
threatening Rodrigo's position for the Brazilian national team? Martinelli. Anyway, let me. I just want to grab these supers before we move on, talk about Liverpool, because like.
Could I just quickly say one thing just about Semenyo?
December, because the transfer window is not open yet. We'll get to that in January.
Can I just say one thing? What they said about Semenyo? Just one thing. Just quickly. I just feel. I know Carl said about the low block thing. I fully hear you though, Carl. The only thing I would say, Semenyo can offset his defender, like with his like raw pace and dynamism, and he might not be the most technically gifted player in a low block, but you know sometimes all you need is a quick drop of the shoulder and you're gone.
I hear
Maybe he could do that. I don't know. Maybe.
I
No.
hear
But
you.
yeah, go on, bro.
Anyway, this is let me just grab these supers, guys,
Hit the
and
first
then I
round
want to
of the
move on
skills.
talk about like Liverpool this next month before the transfer window. So we have no transfers now. We have these current players. Big up to my guy. Actually, this is an interesting one. So I want to start with big up to Banter is fine. Appreciate you. He says Slot is playing the same way he played last season for the most part. The difference is now we were struggling in the first phase versus certain environment, aggressively being pressed. Slot is focused on in possession more, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you. I disagree with this massively. I
So
think
do
the way
I.
that we played last season was completely different.
Same.
Last season, we had Soboslai occupy that right-hand side with Mo basically having the ability to just attack all the time. We had Diaz playing in the false nine. We had Jota, RIP, playing in that position, who are both very good pressers of the football. We had Diaz and Gakpo, both as options on left wing as well. And Gravenberg played that role to perfection, given the way that we played last season. And actually, I'm gonna take it a step further. I think we built up with both McAllister and Gravenberg a lot last season, and Curtis Jones when he played too.
Disagree. The biggest difference
Fair
is
enough,
the biggest difference, as I've said 2 months ago when I brought out the stats, the biggest difference is out of our 4 players who progressed the ball most last year and were our best progressors, 2 of them are no longer at the football club, and 2 of them are bench players for us now.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had Trent as well. My bad.
I was gonna say.
No,
I forgot.
I
forgot.
Your number 1 ball progressor by a country fucking mile was Trent. He's no longer here.
My bad.
Number 2 was Robertson.
Yeah.
He now barely plays. Number 3 was Curtis Jones, another one who doesn't play as much because of McAllister and that. And number 4 was Simicast. So last year, I actually think there's parts of this I agree with. I think the principles.
Hold on, Simicast is in that list.
Simicast was
Don't ever
fourth, yeah.
disrespect Costas like that. You know Costas is about that.
No, bro. Remember, me and you are aligned when it comes to the Simicast stuff. It's Cow and Tom that don't rate him.
This is why Salah
has
has
no
played
goal
well
side.
this season.
He's a left back that
The thing
doesn't
is,
know
best
the fucking
defense
basic
club,
principles of defending.
All right, the progressive passing stats. This is why I don't really pay too much mind into it. How many big games did Simicast actually play last season?
Yeah, Tom.
I don't have it on hand.
So that's my point. Like, progressive stats might be good because he was playing against a lesser opposition.
We know what you have on hand.
Okay, Cal. That's fine. But both left backs were on the list, though.
No, I hear that. I'm not disputing that the stats say that, but in terms of actually watching the game, though, you could like it. Is that sustainable? Is that the right thing? Like none of us can say Simicast is a great passer of the ball. Trent was a phenomenal passer of the ball. But even progressive passes, what's the distance covered with the progressive pass? Where are they passing the ball to? Is it forward? Is it sideways? Like what we do?
Tom's point, though, I think what he's saying is forget the names, think about where the positions are. So what he's basically saying is the fullbacks are the ones last year that progressed the ball the most, whether they played 1 or 2 games. The point is that was how we got the ball forward. Whereas I don't even know who the progressors are now. Like, what is it? A Virgil? We're a Virgil dying away and a Gravenberch turn away from losing the ball sometimes. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We also got up the pitch through Gravenberch as well, Matt. Gravenberch would get the ball,
but not via passing. That'll be via, if it's stats wise, I'm guessing maybe the dribble or something.
But that's what
take on or whatever.
Trent was one way.
Carries, that's the one.
Trent was one way of getting us up the pitch, obviously with his crazy passing. But another way of us getting up the pitch was the ball gets fisted into Gravenberch. He does a madness. He loses 2 players and he's on the attack.
No, Carl, you're not wrong. Just that Gravenberch was on the list, but we know he's there. It's just more of a fact of what Tom's saying is last year, obviously Gravenberch wasn't that list, but in terms of passing, not carrying, the fullbacks were there. Like they were the ones that progressed the ball.
Listen, we cannot deny that Trent was like the quarterback of the team.
He was 100.
Like he's a huge loss to like the way we build up, like humongous. And I know that we're not a big way you left and stuff, but come on, like he was world class in that position, and it was what made us over defensive deficiencies at times. You know what I mean? Because he was that good in that realm. Oh yeah, man.
Big up the slot, the sexy slaphead, who says, big up the boys and Tommy Blue. You're going to get angry at Sanderson Group again today because you don't know ball. Husam, the best LFC YouTuber by a country mile. Thank you, my brother. I'm humbled. You get me. Big up to the goats. What's it called? Kopish. You get me. Big up to them. Pound for pound, best Liverpool channel. I always say it, despite the fact that they show up late to my streams. Big up to Akia, who says, big up Husam Cal Tom, aka Mr. Waffles. Much love, banter aside. Thank you, Akia, man. You've always shown me love. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Despite the fact you got slot photoshopped into Graham Potter. Big up to Shinobi, who says, Anderson has the potential to reach Carrick level. You know, you're a Man United fan. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go in the mirror and repeat after me. I am a donkey. That's what I want you to say. The fact that you compare Elliot Anderson is not even close to Carrick at Spurs. Go watch the tapes, brother. Have some shame. Have some shame. Elliot Anderson's peak is Jordan Henderson. That's his peak. Like if he ever, like the best version of Elliot Anderson is Jordan Henderson. That's it. Don't like. Can we not act like Elliot Anderson is this fucking phenomenal player? He's not. He's really not. Just
he has
average
been
Joe,
good.
Right?
No,
Average.
he's been very good for the past 18 months.
Gordon Henderson, by the way.
No, you can't compare him to Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick is levels above him.
I know Henderson gets brought into this
What are we
conversation.
doing here?
for no reason.
Michael Carrick, guys, are we mad? And he's a United fan as well. He deserved to get.
No, I know.
I'll be honest with Sam. I'll be honest. If you're sitting there going, "Oh, he's not on the levels of Michael Carrick. He's on the levels of Henderson. Henderson's on the levels of Michael Carrick."
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Anyway, big up to Michael, who says the 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Husam wanting the Madrid to be ran back. Brother, I haven't seen it ran back once. I have a dream.
He hasn't been able
I have
to
a
run it
dream.
back,
We
Sam.
touched Atletico that day. We touched them the fuck up, bro. Everyone looked good. Virch looked good. Isak looked good. Salah looked good. Frimpong looked good. Hell, why would I want it? Wouldn't I want it to be ran back? Bro, the whole team looks good. Please run it back. I'm begging you, Arnie. Just give me one. I'm slotting, bro. I ain't slot out. Just run back one fucking time. Frimpong on the overlap with Mo. All of a sudden, Mo's cooking because he got the guy running behind him the whole game, bro. It was fucking amazing. We had 7 big chances created, and Atletico had 1. We abused Atletico, bro. Run it.
When would he have had the chance to do this, though, Sam? After the game. Well, Everton, when we all agreed that it was the right thing to do to go back to last season's midfield, it was a physical battle.
Yeah, and I like that as well. I said you want to go with last season midfield, go with Iktik.
So we all agreed that the next game it was the right decision with what he done. After that, we're looking at what? So what was the Atletico team? It was okay. So we're looking at then he had what? He had Crystal Palace, which he didn't do it in. Then he had Galatasaray, which he didn't do it in, because he had to play Szoboszlai at right back because we were rotating. And then Frimpong gets injured again and he can't play Frimpong at right back.
We'll see. We'll see, Tom.
So he's not had these opportunities to do it. Now, whether he would have done it, I don't know.
Violence is what Ed is saying. Brother, I'm not violent. I'm a very peaceful guy. Callum is the most violent one. Big up to Ponzi, who says, what a lovely early morning stream here from Canada. Big up most of the panel. Wait, so Fonzie, you sent a super chat without cussing anyone? Who hacked you, brother?
Did you not read the last part of it?
I was gonna say the last bit is quite telling.
You guys
Most,
don't know.
not all the panel.
You guys don't know Fonzie.
Most.
Fonzie usually names names. Fonzie usually comes here and says like, fuck
He
Tom,
means me, guys. I'm like, it's very obvious. Like, when he said big up most of the panel, that means big up to everyone.
Fonzie, don't be a pussy. That's all I'm saying. Bring back the old Fonzie. You know who's saying we cannot hurt teams in transition anymore. That is true as well. That's another thing. But anyway, look, I want to move on, talk about Liverpool's run in December. No transfers, nothing. Big up to everyone locked in, 700 people even during this international break. Can we get 300 likes, please? It helps the channel grow. You get me, James? I've only said it. This is the 3rd time only I'm saying it. And I have a good ratio. You get me? So let's just hit the like, because I want to see like these next. You get me? These next 10 games, these next 9 games. What are the guys' thoughts on it? And speaking of James, I'll start off with you. Talk to me about these next 10 fixtures in this month of December. Obviously, a lot of winnable games probably leading up to the Arsenal game.
It's the biggest test of the season for me, and the reason why is because I've so over the 3 over the week where we had the 3 big games. I mean, Aston Villa was, you know, they were in good form prior to playing to us, but we all accepted going into that game they suit the way that we play, giving us a better chance to win the game. Same with Real Madrid, everything went pear-shaped against Man City. So that week for me was, obviously City was a huge disappointment at the end of the week. But I think going into it, if I said to you, right, we're going to win 2 of the games, one of them is going to be Real Madrid, I think people take that, you know, on paper going into the week. Maybe some don't. But the reason why this is the biggest test is because everyone would have said, even if we beat City right now, it matters what we do against these the other sides who are going to play again. You know, they're going to play everything Slaughter spoke against this season. You know, the anti-football, long ball and things like that. How do we react to it now that we've seen us play against these caliber of teams plenty of times this season and maybe not do the best? So that's why, though on paper, I've seen all the stats about we've got the easiest teams positionally and everything else. That being said, I need to see how we adapt consistently, because the good thing about December, you're playing every couple of days. So I'm expecting to finally see a bit of a consistent Liverpool team, barring any injuries. I'm also expecting to see the way we adapt those every 3 days against these caliber of teams. Because guess what? If we get out of December winning 90% of our games, it gives me an indicator consistency has been found and that we can use that as a base to at least improve to the end of the season. I don't think any of us are in any position to be speaking about a league title or anything like that, even a Champions League run. You need to see some sort of consistency before you can even talk about that in a positive way. So that's why I call it the biggest test of the season. Not because the caliber of opponent, but how we've reacted to this caliber of opponent. Because if we do go and win all these teams, it tells me we've solved one big issue of our season so far. You know, people remember it is important to beat the big teams. But even towards the end of Klopp's tenure, where we did struggle, because if you remember Klopp in his last season or two, his Big Six record wasn't the best, but we still always got the job done, really, against the sides that we should have been beating. So that's why I need to see Liverpool get back to beating the little teams on a consistent basis again. And I know that that's going to be with Salah still prior to him going AFCON and whatnot. And that's another thing I'm intrigued by is, you know, can the players who have been out of form, not just Salah, but, you know, the likes of Kanate, who I still think that the City game got him back on a bad foot with fans. I thought prior to that Kanate was fine, to be honest. But players like him, you know what I mean? Kirkes, how does he integrate over the course of December? Because even though Robertson's been better recently, he can't play every 3 games in December. You just can't do that to him at the age that he's at and the fact that he has a slow start and whatever. And then even when you consider the midfield 3, who's going to be playing a lot of those games? Do we get to see a lot more minutes from Curtis? Because if we do, I think we're going to see a lot better results on the pitch for us. So it's just really how the players react and how does Slot react to the way that these managers tactically set up.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Like, I'm looking at the list now. Just to quickly name off the games. We've got 9. So we've got 9 games before the 1st of January. We've got Forest at home, PSV at home, West Ham away, Sunderland at home, Leeds away, Inter away, Brighton at home, Tottenham away, Wolves at home. I'm looking at every single one of them games, yeah, and I'm thinking, firstly, we have to put a run together. Like, this is where I think it will really make or break our season. If we can get a run of games together, just win after win after win and get confidence back in the team, you will see a different Liverpool. Again, like, listen, there's players that I expect, like James said, that haven't really played as much as they should, like a Curtis Jones. Like, you need players like that when you play every 3-4 days. You need to see Kanate get back to his best. And I agree with James again, where I do feel like Kanate was actually pretty good, but the Man City game obviously wasn't a great game for him. Even Virgil coming under a little bit of fire as well. Like, I just think players need confidence back. And I've said this like a couple of years ago. When you have no confidence in your team, you can look as bad as anybody in world football, you know. Don't get it twisted. And right now, the Liverpool fan base is in unrest, and I'm sure the dressing room isn't the nicest place either. I just think we need to win those games. That is a start with Forest. Like, we can't come off an international break after losing to Man City, then lose at home to Forest. The pressure would be even more crazy for the manager, and the fan base, I think, will go crazy. So listen, win against Forest, win against PSV, win against West Ham, win against Sunderland, beat Leeds. The only team that really could cause Liverpool a bit of problems, in my opinion, is Inter Milan away.
I agree.
Mate, That's the
So-
only one.
Sunderland as well. You gotta.
Yeah, do you know? No, but
you
Sunderland,
gotta-
At Anfield, to be fair.
Sunderland.
No, but
Hear me out.
you've got
Sunderland-
to put some respect on what Sunderland have done this
No,
year.
no, no,
and the way
bro.
they're playing.
I'm not discrediting Sunderland, but you have to understand something. When Arsenal played them, they played away from home. We are playing at home. The onus is on us to take the game to them. The difference is Sunderland, in my opinion, that game against Arsenal, you will not see at the Emirates because they will be on the back foot. Whereas, I mean, even against Arsenal away when Sunderland were at home, they were still on the back foot for quite a lot of that game. I just think that at that point, we need to gather momentum because, like you said, Tom, Sunderland no pushover, but I am still expecting Liverpool to beat Sunderland. But we have to bring momentum into that game. Like if we lose to Forest, beat PSV, then lose away to West Ham, then I'm not confident going into that Sunderland game, and that's at home. And the key thing is confidence, bringing it from the other
I'm
games.
just a bit more so putting respect on Sunderland because I think that this season, even they played away from home, they've tried to take the game to the opponents. They won away at Stamford Bridge, and they done that by taking the game to Chelsea for large parts of that game. So I don't think it's a case of, the style we saw Sunderland play against Arsenal. That's only how they play at home, and away they drop into a deep 5-4-1. No, that's how Sunderland are. So I'm going to put some respect on Sunderland and say that they'll give us a tough game. Inter Milan will give us a tough game. And Tottenham. Is Tottenham away in that run?
Tottenham's away.
Thomas Frank's a good manager, so he could set Tottenham up very well. He's got some good results against top sides this year. The rest of them games, they'll have to be wins. And I think that ultimately it's time for Arne Slot to take the safety off and play.
Should Liverpool lose any game at home between now and January the 1st?
We shouldn't really lose.
Say again, sorry?
We haven't been playing with the safety on.
For real. But do you see any team beating us at home?
Before I get to my point, I'll get to my point after this.
Yeah.
No, Liverpool shouldn't lose at home at the best of times anyway.
All right then. So really and truly, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always going to be
the away games as well. Isn't Nuno Santo the manager of West Ham?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we can't be West Ham away.
Yeah,
come on, guys. I know we're having a bad season, but we got to have confidence still in it. Like
we should want to be going into that run and winning at least 7 out of the 9 games. If you give or take a couple of points, you never know.
Bro.
Should be winning 7 out of 9 games, I think.
But when I said take the safety off, I meant that I think it's time he just plays the front four. I think he needs to get Salah, Isak, Ekitike, and Wirtz on the pitch at the same time. At one point, he just needs to get all of them on the pitch at one point.
When does Salah go AFCON?
December 14th, I think.
So if that's the case,
too early.
No, because they were a friendly that they won him for. Is
he going to go to that? I thought he wasn't going to go.
I don't think.
I'm only going by the date that I read that they won him for December 14th. So I'm just going worst case scenario. We go December 14th. It could be a week later. I really
people
have no
are
idea.
saying some people are saying December 22nd. If that's the case, then he'll
The
go
competition
after.
will kick off on December 21st and runs through to January 19th.
He misses Arsenal away then, doesn't he?
He'll miss the
that's
Spurs
funny.
game because that's the 20th. Then you're saying what did you say? The 20th, 21st.
Oh, this is why James was making the argument. You want to know something? James is actually a very smart man. I realize this. The argument that he was making on the Civil War stream about Chiesa's fitness now makes sense. If Salah is going to be gone for that whole time period, maybe it makes sense why Chiesa isn't being started now.
Off the back of playing no football last season, that was my premise as well. Like what I said in that stream that I think got a bit overlooked because it is extreme how low his minutes have been even still this season. But we've got to look at the increase of his minutes in comparison to last season, especially at this stage. Even at the second half of last season, that was the only point I was making on that stream.
No, you're right.
So let's say Chiesa is the starting right winger in every single game, right? Let's just assume it for the sake of argument. He'd play Wolves, Leeds, Fulham, Arsenal, and if Egypt make it to the final, Burnley. So he would play 4 games in a period of about 15 days? And Tottenham
games,
actually, so that's 5 games in 20 days. Yeah, 5 days and 5 games in 20 days. Okay, so
And bear in mind, he's the one who's been choosing not to go to international duty, which also contributed to that argument that I made. Yeah. Not the first time he's turned down a call up.
We're saying all this like Arnie Slot's not just going to play as dead narrow and keep Keason on the bench for the all time.
There'll be 4-4-2.
There must be a
Isak and Nekatika at front.
Clause in the contract which means Keasa's not allowed to start.
At some point, we'll start to see where it cracks between Keason and Slot. I just don't think that's yet. I've always seen it as like Keason seems to like appreciate kind of like the way Slot's building him into it. He speaks of him highly and he speaks of his circumstances in an understanding way. I just think if a player of that quality, we're talking about a European Championship winner here, you know what I mean? Like, he's a serious player and he's very understanding of his circumstances with the lack of minutes. He's not just played last season, but even the seasons prior for the Avengers and whatnot. So, I don't know. Until I see cracks between him and the gaffer, I don't know if I can have problems with the gaffer the way he's using him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this will be a period where I expect to see Chiesa way more.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Frimpong playing on the right.
That's also a possibility.
Frimpong needs to not get injured for that to happen, though.
No, obviously, but I can see Frimpong playing on the right.
I can also see a 4-4-2 like we saw at Frankfurt and playing.
I've got to be honest.
Thing up front.
I wonder how long it'll be until we play a back five.
We won't play a back five.
I wonder how long it'll be until that happens.
Play a back five?
Can't play a back five. We've got 4 centre backs, and I believe one of them's injured.
No, but he could we played the back five against Palace in the cup, and he just used a DM and a left back there. Like he could put Gravenberch as centre back as he has done before.
Whoa, goodness sake! I swear, this is why. As much as I know, Cal is like literally thinking this is what I want to hear. If I see 5 at the back, but not 5 at the back, it will be 5 at the back with a CDM playing at centre back. Yeah, I'm going to hit the roof, you know.
We won't see 5.
I'm going to hit the roof. If we're going to do it, so if I see 5 at the back or 3 at the back here, and there's a DM there, I'm going to go mad. Yeah, like I understand if you're using Robbo, Konate, Virgil, that's fair. That's fair game for me. But if I see, I don't know, just for argument's sake, Endo, Virgil, and Grav. Endo, Virgil, and Konate. I'm gonna go mad because Slot's the type of guy that's gonna do something stupid.
That's a Champions League winner. Put some respect on Wataru Endo's name. That's a Champions League winner.
Can we not do this again, please?
No,
I'm just respecting a Champions League.
I'm so honest.
4 people on the top row, Husam. Is it?
Say it again.
Is there no way of putting like 4 people on the top row on the layout?
Wait, I just want to clarify.
If you're not going to put the respect on an Asian champion,
I want to clarify something. Are you trying to say Wataru Endo should be at centre back in a back five? I just want to clarify something.
I'm not saying
you're the face of Liverpool.
At the end of the day,
would you be happy with Wataru Endo at centre back in a back five?
Matt, how long have we known each other, Matt?
No, I just want to ask. Tom a question.
How long have we known each other?
No. This is addressed to Tom. Tom,
that's like me asking you. Would you be alright if someone slapped you in the face, Matt? You know what the answer is, bro.
No, because I need to see what Tom's saying.
If it came down,
the moment I had Endo at centre back, I switched off mentally for my peace and sanity.
Yeah, but your crime partner doesn't think the same way as you.
Bro.
He is
guilty by association. You was his lawyer from day one, bro.
Nah. Bro, I'll cut off.
I can put up a Matt and Buemo pick. That doesn't mean Matt ain't my partner. You can hold that.
If it came down to it, I'd play Endo at centre back.
This is what I'm talking about, bro.
Here, I even removed the Matt picture.
That's a man with 250 career games at centre back. It's not like I'm putting someone who's never played.
Tom, I know sometimes you like to joke about when you do your little buy Rodrigo flipping from Fulham and all these mad players that you just see to just want to get them one day and change your mind. All these random ass players, yeah. But all just aside, no joking now. If you saw Gravenberch then at centre back, would you be like, no, what the hell's going on? Like, all jokes aside now.
I'd be intrigued to see how he plays it. Because
man said he'll be intrigued. What's that to be intrigued about, bro? What's that to be intrigued about?
Because I think it could be a very interesting setup where if
you've got you can just say
I can't even
I don't
you can just say, do you know what? Yeah, Matt, I'll be real with you. I don't want to see that.
If you just say I disagree with what the manager's doing, that doesn't make you slot out. You know that, right?
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Who's talking about agree or disagree or anything?
Evan Quest.
He scored. He scored. He scored. There's a goal there. Also, if you want to bring up Evan Gwesson, what about
Some
Nico
little
Paz?
recommendations.
Hold
chat.
on. What about Nico Paz? The guy I was pushing for.
Oh wow, you went 1 from 10. Congratulations. Russell Westbrook made a 3. Anyway,
I'm moving like Salah's goal return this season, aren't I? 1 from 10.
actually,
No,
Salah has 68
honestly,
in
honestly
11
though,
years.
honestly, all jokes aside,
I don't
listen,
know what's
like
fucked
how
up about this team. Let me tell you how bummy these players are. Yeah,
And Retegi's
I'm
doing
sorry.
well as well.
I'm gonna have to say this. Yeah?
Retegi.
No,
Oh
watch,
my
watch how ass some of these players are. Yeah, Salah is having the worst time we've seen him have at the club. He leads us in goals, assists, chances created, and big chances created. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, how on such a horrendous season does he lead us in these categories? I've got no idea.
No, but Matt,
Oh,
do you
no,
not
no.
think it could be interesting?
How bad are the rest of these players then? That's what I'm
We- we-
questioning.
Really
we've
bad,
been
really
we've been bad. We know that. But back to my point on the DM thing. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of it going. He plays practically a back five anyway. He has this the manager has this philosophy of having a +1 at the back at all times. So whether you like it or not, Gravenberch is practically a centre back anyway. If you just start,
He's not.
He's not.
he
He's
is.
not.
No, Tom.
There's
He's
a
not,
plus.
Tom.
At times,
Honestly, I'm
at
thinking
times he's
right
practically a centre back. At times he's practically a centre back.
Workes is the
You
third
fucking-
centre back. We've spoken
No,
about.
no,
James,
James, can you help your fellow scouser, bro?
No,
He
I
needs
haven't
help,
done
bro.
that.
We are on about
He needs
different-
help.
No, whoa. We are on about different parts of the game now, Cal. I'm on about when we don't have the ball. When we don't have the ball, at times when they have 4 people in their attack, he will bring Gravenberch to practically join that back line. So we've got a 5-on-4 +1 numerical advantage at the back. I'm not saying with the ball he does it. He should do it with the ball. So Kirkis is not being a fucking centre back in build up because he can't do that. But what I'm saying is, at times he practically does it where against teams that have a lot of attackers on the pitch, he will move the DM into centre back. So we have the +1 advantage. What he could do is just do that from the get go. Give the fullbacks more license to get forwards.
Kyle, I've got this. Watch this.
And
Kyle,
then,
I've got this. I've got this.
if you're up against a really weak opposition who's giving you a lot of time, you can
Tom
push
Little.
the central centre back into
Wait,
midfield.
before you go, I've got to shoot, boys. All right, so I'm just gonna say.
Oh, bless up, my bro.
Big up,
Big
James.
up,
Very
bro.
good. Tottenham.
Lovely seeing you.
Big up.
Smash like chat. See you later.
See
Big
you.
up.
Bless up, my bro. Right, Tom Little.
Mhm.
I understand what you're saying. I get it. Gravenberch might do that at
You can
certain
put me-
points in
you
the
can put
game.
me top row now.
We can't even see you,
No,
Kyle. You've actually gone black screen, actually.
Yo, where's you? Oh, James.
Yeah,
is
you
still here.
can't.
Let me remove him.
Yeah, Kyle's gone to black screen. I need. Yeah, there it is. All right.
You,
Hear what
you
I'm
can
saying, though, Tom.
Put me top. Sorry to cut you. You can put me top row now.
No, I can't because that means I'm gonna be bottom row. That's
No,
your part.
no, as in go back to your previous format and just put me top row, now.
bro.
And then you can put Tom in the middle.
Oh, what? You just want Tom like this? Nah, bro.
Tom's just by himself. All right, so here what I'm gonna say
There you
now.
Happy
Tom,
now?
what you just said there is like the equivalent of me saying, well, Florian Wirtz, goes to collect the ball from the pivot position sometimes and in central midfield areas. So why don't we just start Florian Wirtz in a pivot? Bro, by that notion, that's what we should be doing. But we know it's wrong. We know Wirtz can collect the ball from centre mid and whatnot, and he does help out and build up when he needs to, especially when he plays on the left, even as number 10. But Tom, Gravenberch playing centre back from the get-go is very different to him being put in a specific area in a certain phase of a game because he's not a natural centre back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I need you to respond to what I just said in
What the
regards
fuck?
to if with that notion, then should Florian Wirtz then be playing the pivot?
No, because Florian Wirtz has never played in the pivot in his life. Ryan
He's
Gravenberch
did
played
against
in
Man
the
United.
games. It was
Thank
for
you.
the first time in his fucking life, and look at how it went because of the way the manager operated. At the end of the day, I don't think that's a fair comparison to make. I think that Gravenberch playing as a third centre back in a back three with the license to step into midfield if needs be is very different from playing Florian Wirtz in a pivot. The way I'm seeing it is you could go to a 5-3-2 where you've got Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Canate with Kirkes and Frimpong as your wing backs, which is what they were fucking bought as wing backs. so you can maximize them. You can have Jones or McAllister as the deeper lying playmaker type, with Soboslai and Wirtz in front of them. And then you got two strikers, which can be any combination of Isak, Ekitike, and Salah, and you can rotate that how you want it to be. If you're up against a team where you're dominating the possession and you want to put them under more pressure, Gravenberch goes from being the centre back to another DM, and you have a 4-man midfield. If
Tom,
you're
how many
against,
games? How many games has Liverpool lost this season? In all comps,
7, 8,
and you wouldn't create more problems. You see what you just described there?
I don't think that'd be more problems.
You're creating more issues, bro. I promise.
How's that more issues?
Tom, you're obviously creating more issues. You don't have to be edgy.
In my opinion, yeah, the manager is struggling to do basic things, like just basic things. Remember, we're slotting, you know.
Players are struggling to do basic things as well, though.
Tom, what he's asking the players to do.
We only have one slot outer actually in our group.
I know what he's asking the players to do. They either can't replicate or they, like you said, they can't follow instructions. Yeah. What you're now asking to do is further instructions from the manager who can't do the basics, bro. Hence why we've lost 7 games out of how many.
So all I'm asking, you had to outline the on the.
You know, I'm glad Giovanni mentioned this. I can't be the only one thinking this. You guys are having this discussion. All this like change every game thing.
This is what I don't understand. Asking for more
actually
problems,
fucking
bro.
shit. I'll be honest with you.
All
we get
I'm
the
asking to
consistent
do.
team just 3 games in a row?
Well,
All right. When you
have
say
done-
that, though,
we
Sam,
have
you
done
talk,
that,
you talk
and
about
we've lost
changing
the games.
personnel, tactics. What are you saying? Change by changing
Everything.
Because we kind of
But
last season.
the manager
How about
always
just keep
changed.
everything constant for 3 games in a row? That's all I want.
But the manager didn't keep things constant 3 games in a row last
Forest,
season.
PSV, and West Ham.
The-
All
but
3
but
will
that-
defend
But,
against us.
but that's not how PSV won't. PSV scored fucking 6 against Napoli.
Can you fucking stop this? You know, Conte in Europe is like Birmingham City level. Stop it.
PSV attacked against us last season when we played them.
Then
We
we
had
beat
a
them.
very weakened team that day, Tom.
Oh, so there's always a fucking excuse.
There's not
PSV
an
will not play the
excuse.
same way as Forest do.
It's
Nalo
content.
got that
That's
extra
like me
as well.
saying, if I just came out here was like, yeah, I beat John Jones in a fight, but then I forgot to mention his leg and his arm was broken, then people would be like, well,
then you
like-
beat John Jones in a
I'll
fight.
be honest, you ain't beating him even without a leg.
no, I know, but you get the premise. Like the reason why
You
PSV
use a more
like,
realistic example. Like, use a
like you do
realistic...
remember the starting lineup and the substitutions and
Yes.
everything we made. So
Yeah.
come on, like, it's very different to how we'd play them if we had our full strength team.
So I've given you 2 pieces. Napoli played a full strength team. Serie A champions played a full strength team at PSV. PSV played their style of football and scored fucking 6.
No, that's
But that wasn't
fine.
good enough.
That doesn't mean
So
they're
then I
gonna do
went,
against
they
us,
done
though.
it against us.
No, they
last
did
season.
it last season against us, against a weakened Liverpool team.
They did it. PSV just play their football, which is more attacking football than what fucking West Ham do and what Nottingham Forest do. So this whole notion, because I actually think me and you agree. I think me and you are going to say the same point. You can't sit there and go, I want the manager to keep the same thing 3 games in a row when he didn't do that last year.
No,
Because every game he would adapt to the opposition. That's how he wants to manage. He makes subtle adjustments every single game to
But
adapt
that's
to the
what I'm
opposition.
saying, Tom, and that goes to Giovanni's point. When we keep saying make adjustments every game, I don't think that's the way to go. I think we need to play the Liverpool
But that's how he
style.
manages. That's his management style.
Tom, I'm critiquing that element of his management. Fucking hell.
But you weren't critiquing it last year, were you? When it was
No, I was because I don't believe we changed it every single game.
We I promise you, we adjusted things
we
every game.
did adjust. The problem is, Husam,
Yeah, but
You-
when you say adjustments is different to changes. Meaning, let's use the Atletico lineup minus Frimpong because he's injured. So let's say Bradley starts, right? Let's say we run that against Forest and we beat them 4-0. Why can't we just go with the same lineup against PSV? Why do I have to change? The adjustments we're talking about, we can adjust here and there, but why don't we just go same lineup?
but we did that with Real Madrid and Man City.
Mhm.
Like it's
The subtle adjustments of
did.
high pressing Man City. Fuck
Yeah,
that, man.
do you know what it is though?
That's my
Man
point,
City
though.
were
I think that's
aggressive.
what Tom's saying as well. It's not the
Real
same.
Madrid
It's
won.
not a case of. I don't think there's an issue with the manager making adjustments. In fact, it's one of the things I admire about Slot. that he's willing to
Hmm.
make adjustments for different teams. I just think he's getting the adjustments wrong. That's what I think the issue is. It's not that he's making adjustments, it's that he's getting the adjustments wrong. Last
Because it
season,
overcomplicates things at times, in my
no,
opinion.
I agree. But last season, when we played Man United, it was pretty much the same starting lineup we could play when we had the players available. But we played very different against Man United than we did against, say, a Brighton, for example. It's the adjustments that he's getting wrong. So the adjustment against from Aston Villa to Real Madrid was two different start. Well, the starting 11 was slightly different because Gakpo didn't start the Real Madrid game. But the adjustment was perfect. It worked fine. But the adjustment from Real Madrid to Man City was horrific.
Yes, adjustment was bad.
No,
it's bad adjustment.
But when Husam talks about adjustments as well,
that's how. Again, maybe it's just how I see football. That's kind of what I have to buy into. My manager will not sometimes won't get it right. I remember last year in the Newcastle game, the adjustments weren't correct for that one.
I hear it.
Which Newcastle?
We're doing a lot of last year. We're doing a lot of last year. What about this year? The problem is this year. I know what you're doing, Tom, and it's not wrong for doing. By the way,
there are games
you're using examples. No. I hear it. I just think where I agree with Cal. I think we can all agree the adjustments this year, just specifically this year. Some of them just haven't worked out. You know, when he makes an adjustment and he's realized, oh my days, I've made a mistake. Now I've got to make another adjustment.
I do have
another problem.
There's a big gripe, which is when we go 1-0 down, he throws everything out the fucking window, which he shouldn't.
He just makes an adjustment. It doesn't stick to the game plan. I hear it.
And the big one that he does, which, look, I'm starting. He pisses me off when he does this. He just chucks every fucking attacker on. We equalise, and then we're sitting there going, what fucking shape can we play now? What settled shape can... Well, it's 1-1, and we've got 7 attackers on the fucking pitch. Somewhat... That's how you end up with Verts in the pivot. You can't just chuck everyone on the pitch and then go, oh, it's 1-1. Let's just keep going and keep going and keep going. Doesn't work like that. Last year, there was a bit more nuance with it because maybe whatever reason, maybe the players were more settled. Maybe, you know, he was just reading the games differently. Who knows what the reason was? But last year, and again, you're going to keep saying, you're talking about last year. I will talk about last year because he was very impressive last year. Last year, the amount of games that he'd go into, there'd be slight little tweaks from how we played the previous week, but you're nullifying opposition. And one that stands out to me, Bournemouth away. They'd beaten Arsenal at home.
I remember they was on a sick run.
They were on an incredible run. And bar a Clivert chance, which was a rebound off the bar and like a 10-minute spell at the end.
I think it was Semenyo that hit the bar, no? Semenyo hit the bar in that game, didn't he?
Semenyo hit the post and then the rebound off the Clivert and he put it wide, didn't he? Like that was the big chance in that game. But outside of like there was a 5-minute spell and a 10-minute spell, so 15 minutes of a 90-minute game away from home against a team that had beaten all the top teams that year. Outside that, we nullified them completely. We exploited where they were weak at the back. The manager made subtle adjustments, and it worked in all those games. Yes, this year he's got it more wrong than right at points, 100%. There has also been games though where he's made the subtle adjustments and it's worked. Arsenal, I think, was one where he made subtle adjustments.
During the game, he did, yeah.
The way we set up in that game to nullify Arsenal.
We didn't nullify Arsenal.
In terms of, we nullified them getting the ball to the striker. They had to go through the wings.
We nullified them in the second half, I'd say. In the first half, we didn't.
They created fuck all in the first half.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
They created none in the first half.
No, but doesn't mean okay. We'll just agree to disagree. Fair enough.
What else? Everton, first half, really good tactical adjustments.
First half, we were so good in the first half against Everton.
But again, this is what I'm saying. This is a manager that I know can make these tactical adjustments, which is why I disagree with anyone going, oh, let's just throw it away. Let's make him stop doing that and just focus on play the same lineup, the same system, the same thing, game in, game out. Because that's not how he manages, and that doesn't work. One of our biggest strengths is when he nails his tactical adjustments. It's just right now it's not working the same way for whatever reason. But I've got faith he'll turn it around like that. I've got faith he can turn that around. But the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying in terms of the back three is because he's used it this season. in the cup. And I'm thinking, well, if you're using it there, you've clearly had an idea of implementing it in other ways. Because you're not just going to go, right, I'm going to play this for a one-off cup game. We're going to play a new system that I've never thought about before.
That
So
was
he's
one of Kirk's 2 good games as well. The other one being Arsenal.
But I'm just looking at it going, he's clearly had thoughts about that and how maybe you could implement that with the players that we've got. So how can we implement that with the players that we've got? Well, we've not got Gahey, so we haven't got the centre backs for it. So how can you get around that? Well, maybe you can play the guy that he plays at centre back when he needs to in Gravenberch, and you've got your back 3 there, but you get options elsewhere.
Would you rather do a back 3 with Gravenberch in there or Robbo?
It depends on the opposition. It depends on the opposition. If it's
sit on the fence answer, Tom.
It's genuine. So
because I can answer any question the whole stream this way, by the way.
Okay, so you know. If we're playing Man City and I've got to play a back 3, I'm playing Robertson. If we're playing West Ham, I've got to play a back 3, I'm playing Gravenberch. Because I think if I'm playing Gravenberch at centre back, I'm doing that so I can get an overload in midfield later on. I don't want to. I'm not going to get those same opportunities against Man City. If I'm playing a back 5 against Man City, I'm doing it because I want to be defensively solid. So I want a defensively minded guy in there and Van Dijk in the middle so we can deal with the striker. If I'm doing it with Gravenberch will be in the middle, Van Dijk will be on the left, and Gravenberch will be given the license to go into midfield and create a box midfield like he did against Fulham last year. That role he played at centre back where he'd defend at centre back, and then when we had the ball, he'd move back up into midfield and he'd have the numbers still there. That's the way I'd see that one being implemented.
We're down to 10 men though.
Yes, we were, but he's also done it in other games. So, when he goes, you know what? I'm taking Canate off. I'm bringing on a midfielder and I'm putting Gravenberch at centre back. Gravenberch still is allowed to pick up the ball and move into the midfield.
He doesn't.
So he has done. I'm not saying it's an extremely common thing, but I'm saying that it's an option that you can explore.
It doesn't work. Gravenberch at the centre back doesn't. We don't have a midfielder who works as centre back. Flacco's the only one I've seen it work with. Flacco's on a whole nother level to grab.
Yeah, I agree, which is why I'm doing it in a back 5 where he's got 2 centre backs either side of him, so you can play a settled back 4.
We have to have Grav in midfield. Like we just have to at the moment. There's no 2 ways about it. Grav has to be in there with Szoboszlai in midfield.
No, we can't agree, Akia.
Honestly, the only area of the pitch where I believe is the easiest to pick at the moment is Grav, Sobo, and Wirtz in the 10. You're meant to build the rest of the team around that. No. Those 3 are our best midfielders right now.
Disagree. I don't see how you can set up a midfield at the minute without Curtis Jones in it.
You can.
I think if a Liverpool midfield doesn't have Curtis Jones in it at the minute, it's not. It's
so
not.
Who drops out of midfield then? So who drops out of midfield then?
To argue again, it's Wirtz maybe moves to the left.
No, I'm not playing Wirtz left. He's a 10. We bought him to play 10. We didn't buy Wirtz left wing.
We did buy him to play as a 10, 100%, and he signed a 5-year. He signed a 5-year contract. So there will be 4 years where he can play as a 10. But right now, Liverpool are better when we have a midfield 3 of Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, and Gravenberch. That is a better midfield 3 than Wirtz in the 10.
How often have those 3 actually played midfield together?
That's a very good question. I'm just going off what I've seen from when you've had the combinations of them. So we know that Szoboszlai and Gravenberch works together. We know that Szoboszlai and Jones works together. I think the only one we haven't seen on its own is Gravenberch and Jones. But then I'm looking at how we set up in the Real Madrid and Aston Villa games. And the
Jones has been good this season, but I wouldn't say he's must start, Tom. I wouldn't go that far.
Do you think that you could put Curtis Jones in the position that McAllister played in the last 3 games?
I agree with Callum's statement, but then, in my opinion, you've got to go with Alex up top. Isak.
Husam, I don't care who plays around that midfield 3, but that's the midfield 3 that, for me, needs to play at the moment.
If we drop Gakpo, I'd be interested in attempting to play Ekitike left wing more than Verts left wing.
Chiesa should be playing left wing, but God only knows why he don't get minutes.
We
Chiesa
already
really
broke
should
it
be
down.
playing left wing.
When Salah goes to AFCON, he'll be a lot more active, in my opinion.
Time will tell, man.
Time will tell. You could be right. Anyway, guys, look, on that note, I want to wrap it up here. You get me?
I mean, if you want to know my mad way of fixing it, it'd probably involve Szoboszlai right back.
Sam, I need to go.
No, Tom's just doing the mad. Tom's just trying to go mad.
Sam, I need to go. Can I go?
President has just announced that we have caught and compromised to a permanent end Osama bin Laden.
You just gave the thumbs up to being called Osama bin Laden. That's crazy, bro.
Man's crazy, bro.
That's crazy, blood. Anyway, guys, we can wrap up here. Tom Little is in the description. He doesn't put out content, but in case he decides to put out any content. Anyway, Sanderson Group, aka Callum Sanderson, the face of Liverpool YouTube, the man that represents us everywhere he goes. You get me? Big up to you, Callum. I'm actually bigging you up, bro. Not everything is cooking. I legitimately think you're the face.
How could I be the face of Liverpool?
Have you done Lad Bible before?
Yeah. So is James.
Thank you. Anyway, big up to Matt Kopish as well.
I literally just gave another person. Grizz has done Lad Bible, if I'm not mistaken. James has done Lad Bible.
Do they have active channels?
Yes.
1-0. 1-0. No, they don't.
They do
No,
have
they
active channels.
No, they don't. No, they
I mean,
don't.
if you're gonna say, are they?
Tom has posted more than James in the last month.
Okay, maybe.
And that's that's Tom.
That's
Tom is like bottom barrel, you know that.
Even I have as well, which is crazy.
that is technically true, by the way, because I had to.
And he's done a FIFA
yeah,
stream too. The one that he bullshit about the whole summer, he actually did it.
Okay.
The Matt One Show, guys, for more slot debates with 15 people on stream. You get me checked out.
I swear down, I can't win, you know. I swear down. Hey, bro, big up, man. Each and every time. Come on, man. Smash the like.
And Kopish, of course, is in the description. I actually enjoy Matt's FIFA streams because he's calm. Matt's locked in. You can tell Matt's an old-time gamer because he's doing this. And you don't know when Matt is like having a bad game, you see him adjust his chair. You know, it's just, he adjusts his chair. And you see him
You
like
can tell when I'm locked in because the way I sit as well, I'm leaning. You know that meme? We got the guy sitting back, and then there's another meme where the guy sitting mad forward.
You know how we used to
That's
play
me.
like PC games
Mad
back in the
intense.
oh fuck, let me focus now. Let me focus. You get me? Like,
That's me, bro. That's me.
have you guys ever played RuneScape?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't
I don't
played
play
it.
games
No.
with Sam, so I'm the.
Say that again, Callum.
I don't play computer games. I'm the wrong person to ask.
You've never tried a computer game ever? Not even Super Mario, nothing?
I've played maybe Super Mario once.
Yeah, probably when it came out in like 1970.
Anyway, we're gonna redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo. Love you all, and subscribe to Kopish, subscribe to Tom Little, and subscribe to this channel. Love you guys. By the way, no A-listers tonight. I'm doing Germany, Slovakia. I'm watching closely Florian Birch tonight. You get me? So, yeah, peace out.